Hello? I think we're live. Alright. Oh, stream is overloading. Stop. Don't do that. Alright. So we're gonna be doing more Unreal today. Now, I you might automatically notice like what's wrong with my voice and all this stuff. I'm not sick. I just woke up like maybe like 5 minutes ago. I just got coffee and then I was gonna work on the game and then I was like, maybe I should stream. I haven't streamed it in a while. A lot of stuff has happened. I say that every time, but a lot of stuff has happened. The inventory system is very close to being done. I'm not going to be doing that inventory system in this episode. I love coffee. You can't sloop. You can't like you can't not sloop when drinking coffee. It just doesn't feel right. Hey. Ooh, love it. It's loading right now. Whenever it loads, I will share my screen. Um, I'm a little bit self-conscious about my desktop right now. I mean, I guess I could clear it up and I can show you. It's not even because I stopped using my other display, so I just have a bunch of just loose files everywhere. Hold on. So I'm gonna be showing you kind of like what I do or what I have done, but um oh Jesus. Okay, before I show you like what we're going to be doing, I'll show you what I have done with the inventory system. I think it looks really nice, but after I did it, I realized that it looks really close to the one in um The Last Stand Union City. So I might make some changes to it. Um the inventory system of Project Zomboid is probably one of my favorite inventories ever. It's just really okay. It's just really clean and I don't know. There's just something about it, and you'll see that I also put it in this one. I like developed a little bit of Project Zomboid, but then a little bit of The Last Stand in it. It is, I believe, it's loaded up. Oh, um, for maybe like 10 minutes or something yesterday, I started doing a little bit of level design in the home base, so it's gonna look a little bit different, but it's not gonna look good. Uh, Here we go. And I'm in the bottom right corner. Oh, cool. Wait, how long have I been in the? Oh, for fuck's sake! Hold on. Oh, right, give me a second. I need to. What is this? That's dumb. Why do I have that? Sorry. Let me go ahead. Right click you. Transform. Flip. Vertical. But why I always. I'm thinking of different flips when it's like that. Flip horizontal. There we go. So now I'm looking this way. Cool. I think that's settled. Okay. I'm gonna show you what I've already done. This is a little bit better than what it was. Not by a lot, but it's a little bit better. I want to get more textures for like the plaster the plaster on the wall, maybe even wood textures. Um, I really want to get something more like this. But maybe like some dirt particles, or I don't know. Also, I don't know why my cursor shows up as like black in here. It's like really hard to see when I go in the black areas. It's white for me, so that's kind of weird. Okay, so this is what I have done. Now, again, I have turned off the audio because every single time I shoot the gun, it scares the shit out of me. Anyways, if I press I, you'll see the inventory system. I don't have anything in there. I'll show you. It is a functioning inventory system. So I have all food, weapons, and resources. These are tabs, and you can sort your inventory through them. The weight does work, but it also doesn't work, and I can show you what I mean by that. Let me get out of this, and I can go in here, and I can grab some bread. There is something I need to change in here. It doesn't show the quantity of what I'm picking up. So because I made the game, I know that there's 3 bread right here, but it doesn't show that there's 3 bread right here, so I need to change that. But now if I go in here, you'll see, ooh, I'm gonna have to fix that. That is quite weird. Anyways, so it says that I have 3 bread. It's a food resource. And there's 1 weight and then 15 weight, which should be 16 weight, but it's not. Like, it's working, but it's not, you know. And this is what's really fucking me up right here. Watch. Use goes to 2 weight. Use goes to 1 weight. Use. Now it's 0 weight, even though it's 15 weight right there. So I wonder why it's doing that. Let me just make sure it's not I could really care less. It's something I could just fix later, but yeah, let's change the quantity to be 1. Compile and save, and we'll see what that's like. What is... Yeah, it says name. That's weird. Why it wouldn't... I don't know, maybe because stackable's not true? It shouldn't be though. So I pick it up, and then I pick this up. Go in here. Interesting. So if the quantity is only 1, it kind of messes up. That's a little interesting. Okay. Well, I mean, I could go inside my little thing I have in here. Yeah, so it's gonna go into here. Is this it? Inventory array. It just sets whatever I put here into the current chest inventory. Okay. And then add looting widget to viewport. Okay. I didn't think I was still having issues with the inventory system, and I told myself I wasn't gonna work on the inventory system because I've kind of had enough of it, to be honest with you. Why is it not working? List items. Let's go inside here, or not. Shouldn't I have like a... Oh, hold on. Inside here I do have an inventory functions. Here we go. All of these I've actually started, like, this one isn't mine, this one isn't mine, this one isn't mine, this one is mine, this one I learned how to do. Same thing for scan for item, but I did this one all by myself, and I did this one all by myself. I don't use these 3. They were part of a tutorial that was kind of stupid. So I made my own, which it doesn't really look that good, but so this is saying update quantity. It's basically getting the slot that you want to update the quantity with, and you can add quantity to it, or you can minus quantity to it by saying a negative number, and you can put it into the final quantity, which is then going to say, is there any left of the object. If there is, oh wait, what? Oh, I know. If there isn't anything left, then go ahead and remove the slot from the pan. And then if there is anything left, then it's gonna go over here and it's gonna set the quantity to be the final quantity. And then it's gonna go ahead and update the UI, which means it's gonna go into, oh wait, where is it? Maybe it's in here. Update UI. Double click into it. It's inside the inventory slot. Okay. Now it's gonna go inside here. Now this looks kind of confusing. All it's doing is it's getting the item structure of the current slot that you have, and it's just setting every single variable that I have on this list up here. So you don't really need to worry about that. Set brush from texture. It's setting the icon to the texture. Anyway, so I'm getting the name of my icon. I'm adding that onto it, and then I'm adding the quantity to it, and then that to it. So that way it says the name, the parenthesis, the quantity, and then a closed parenthesis. And then I'm converting that into a string, and then I'm setting it there. Okay, and then I'm getting the quantity again. I'm seeing if it's less than or equal to 0, and if it is, then remove it from the parent. So that's basically saying that if I don't have any more left, remove it from the parent. And then over here, this is saying that if it's equal to 1, here we go. If it's equal to 1, go in here. If it is equal to 1 quantity, go up here and set the text to the name. Oh, I didn't set that to be anything. Ha ha ha. Duh. Okay. And the reason why I never did was because, oh, actually no, I guess I could just get the name ref. Because I didn't want the quantity to show up. It's not hard, you just do that. That was a very easily fixed mistake. So now if I go ahead and pick up both of these, I go in here, now it shows me the USP pistol and the bread without the little quantities on the side. I go ahead and do file save all, and I shouldn't need you anymore. Shouldn't need, maybe I do need you guys. I definitely need the slot though. Yeah, so now if I wanted to, I can go inside this. And I would say that I want 2 pieces of bread, right? And I can't add, actually I probably could add it here, but later on if I went to go and grab another pistol of the same type, it wouldn't stack. Compile and save. There we go. So now if I go ahead and grab the bread, it now shows that I have 2 bread. So yeah, so that's that done. Let's go and make some items. We can also go and make some item codes if we wanted to. Now, item codes have been something I kind of wanted to do for a while. Basically what they are is that if I go ahead and pick up the bread and I pick up the pistol and I go in here, I could like click on this and there would be an info button I could do, and I could say use the info button, and then it'll tell me, it'll like show an info code over here or something telling me like exactly what it does, you know, all that. But I kind of thought about it. I was like, I could do it like that, but the easiest way to do it is if I just created another drop down in here where it would show me all that stuff. I think that's a good placeholder. Also, I did set the bread to do hunger, so you can see how it's 97 and I eat it, now it's at 100. It does like 10 hunger, but because, you know, it's not going to go over 100, I programmed it like that. Same thing with going below 0. It doesn't go below 0 anymore. You can't use the pistol because there's nothing to use it for. There is still like a thing that I can do where I'm like this, or if I hold T, then I'll like go to a rifle, but as you can see I'm still holding the gun. Oh yeah, the jumping animation. I might get rid of that. I don't know. I don't know exactly what a game is gonna be sort of like. Is it gonna be mostly indoors or mostly outdoors? Like I don't exactly know that yet. If it's gonna be mostly indoors, then we shouldn't have jump. If it's gonna be mostly outdoors, then we could probably add a little bit of parkour elements to it if we wanted to. Um, okay. This is bothering me. That is very bothering me. This is not even alright. It's fine. Okay. So let's go ahead and start making item codes. And how I can do that is if I go to inventory icon. Oh no. Actually, I want to see what I have in here. So I have food and water in here. So as you can see, I have like a bottle of water, but and I have milk and I have cookies, and you know all of this different stuff. I have it all, right? I want bandages. You know, I don't have an icon for bandages yet, so I'm probably gonna have to find that. But let's go ahead and add one of these objects, and I'm gonna show you my inventory system is super adaptable. Okay, let's say I wanted to add this bottle of water. I go in the home base, go into here, I make a new element. It's just gonna add a new item, and let's say it's gonna be a bottle of water. The class is going to be a food, even though it's not, but it's like a consumable, I guess, right? Description, you you thirsty thirsty you thirsty, and then icon's gonna be a bottle of water. The weight of the bottle of water probably gonna be like 2 pounds, probably, right? We'll make it one. Something that I really loved about like Project Zomboid was that you could get almost any container and you can just go and fill it up with water. So if you had a pan, you could literally fill the pan up with water. It was cool. I don't know why you do that, because now you have to hold it, but in that game I think you could just put it in your backpack and it would just work. But what I'm trying to get at is that you could get like a pot and you can put a bunch of water in it, and then the only downside to doing that is that it would start weighing a lot. So, you know, quantity, we'll have 1 in there. Stackable, yes. Food, none. Thirst, let's have it do like 10 thirst or 20 thirst. I don't have thirst implemented yet because my character doesn't have a thirst bar or even a thirst like meter in his whatever. So now that I've added that, I can go in here, I can go into the inventory, and now you can see that it has a bottle of water already in here, and I can go pick up. And now I have a bottle of water. It's pretty cool. I kind of want to make the icons bigger. I don't know if that's a doable thing, I guess, but I don't know. So I think I might need I don't know if I'm gonna need the inventory widget, but I do know that I need the inventory slot. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot in this update UI function, which we're not going to be putting anything in here. Yeah, this is how the select, this is the use button. All it's doing is this is really cool. It's just super simple now. I've made it super simple. Like this is a really this is a complex piece of code, but I made it extremely simple just for this reason. So now I can just use it, and I could say, hey, is it food or not? If it is food, go ahead and use the food, but make sure to add the hunger and health to whatever is I put in the little slot thing, which I can edit from here. So in here I can set the food, thirst, and health, and this is what that is. Now, the reason why I set health instead of use food is because sometimes in games you can eat something that will also give you health. So let's say you ate honey. I actually have honey. You know, maybe it'll give you like 5 health or 10 health, you know, while doing, you know, a little bit of thirst or something. You know what I mean? So that's why I put that in there. I haven't put thirst in there yet. So basically, it's just going to use the food, and the target is going to be the self. So it's taking the inventory slots, hunger, and health values of, and then it's basically just going to add it or whatever to the whatever, right? And what's really cool about this is, even though it says add hunger, I could go in here and say, you know, -20, and it would actually like -20 thirst or -20 hunger, right? So it's also a way of, like, if they were to eat rotten food, it would, you know, that's cool. I like it. And then it's going and it's updating the quantity, which I'm not even fucking gonna explain that. I fucking hate quantities. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to make a new button. Shouldn't be too hard. It's actually, I've made it extremely easy. All I gotta do is not in here. Inside here, I need to duplicate this button. And then inside this button is going to be info. I don't really care what the text is, but the button's name should be info. And then we're going to put the info button right above the use button. Oh, it's not even in it. And I'll put it in it. Now do that. Boom. Compile and save. So now I have an info button. It's not going to do anything, but I have an info button. So let's go ahead and grab this info button, and we're going to go down here and we're going to do on click. Now this is just to set it up. I don't think I'm actually going to be doing anything over here. Also, I'd like this to all be kind of like grouped up. Well, not grouped up, but like on the same path as this. Like right there, I guess. And you need to be like right there. Wait, what? It doesn't matter. Alright. So now I need to make it collapsible, which it was hard to make it collapsible for my little drop down thing over here, but then I realized that it is actually extremely easy, and I just did it the hard way. It's so easy, dude. Alright. All I have to do is, no, we're not doing that, is we're gonna get a vertical box, because it's gonna be overlaying on top of each other with information, right? So we're gonna get a vertical box, and we want to put it inside here, and we're gonna put it right below info. Okay, so now we have the info panel, and then we have a vertical box in here. Okay, and then inside this vertical box, we're gonna have a horizontal box. Put that in there, just like that. And then inside this horizontal box, we're gonna have probably not a button, just text for info, right? So text, put them in there, right? So now I just need to set it so that way the padding is 400 to the right. Interesting. Alright, well, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna set that to be 0, and we're gonna click the vertical box and make the vertical box padding. It's gonna be 400 to the right. Hello. I'd say good morning, but I don't think it's morning for you. That's interesting. So I don't know if you can actually add a vertical box onto the thing. Interesting. Boy, let me show you what I've done. Let me just make it so that way they can't see this nonsense. I can do that easily by going into hue and then finding the visibility. Whoever the visibility is. Can I not set a visibility on a vertical? I should. Ah, here it is. Set this collapsed. I don't want to say hidden because if it's set to hidden, then it's still going to occupy space. But if I say collapsed, then it's not going to show and it's not going to put up space. Compile and save. So now if I go inside here, so I made a working inventory system. This is just a looting widget. This is like probably the last version that you've seen of it. I haven't really updated this. I can pick up water, I can pick up bread, and then I can pick up a pistol. And if I go into my inventory system, this is more updated. Don't look at the weight. The weight doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So over here, you can see that I have 97 hunger. If I use the bread, it'll do that. If I press the info, it's not going to do anything. That's kind of what I'm programming right now. I can also use the water, use more bread. I can't use the pistol because that's not how pistols work. But yeah. That's pretty much what I'm going through. I actually forgot to show at the beginning as well is that I can actually let's pick up some bread here. I have bread on me. I can go into a new level and keep my stuff. So I haven't been on for the past few streams. I've been busy with college and that type of stuff. But that's okay, bro. That's okay. I know how college is, even though I don't do. I'm about to expose myself. I haven't gone to college, yet I know how to do all this stuff. And the reason why is because I went to a really good high school. I went to a really good high school, and I was taught college level stuff in my high school. I was taught how to 3D model design. I was taught how to do the Unreal Engine. And what was so cool about this program that I was in was that it literally, like, you know, when you go to school and it's like, oh, you have to go English class, you got to go to math class, you got to go to science class, and you had like 4 or 5 classes throughout the day. Well, in my program, you'd only have 1 or 2. So you might have like English class or math class, and then boom, done, right? The rest of the day is just your program and the program teaching you whatever you signed up for, right? Which I signed up for game development and stuff. So that's how I know about this kind of thing. And then my second year in my program, they like offered a science credit, right? So I think all I did was I took driver's ed in senior year, and I also did physics for science, and then the rest was just this. Right? And I'm not gonna say that everything was the Unreal Engine. It wasn't. Like, my program was called Computer Animation and Web Design, also known as COD, and I have a sweatshirt that we actually made. We made our own sweatshirts with our own logos on it. So I have my own sweatshirt with the logo on it that we all made. Yeah, no, it was great. Like, my program was amazing. It was amazing. And I feel so bad for like everyone else who went to academic schools where they like, you have to like fucking open the textbooks, right? You know, I really hate that people had to grow up with high school like that. I loved my high school. I hated my home school because that was an academic school, but my what I went to was a technical school. And it was called tech. Funny, right? In my tech school, it was, you get to learn what you want to learn, and this was what I wanted to learn. And I made a bunch of friends while doing it. You know, Senge, Senge is my friend because I went to that program. Thompson is my friend because I went to that program. I've made a lot of friends by going to that program because I wanted to learn game development. And for me to be in the same class as other people who've also wanted to learn game development, they're probably also gamers, right? So it's very nice to be able to be in a class where everyone's hobbies are almost the same. And oh god, I love my teacher. I love my teacher. His name was Mr. Cronin. He was great. He was he was like a gamer himself. Well, not exactly, but he was like a Nintendo gamer himself. So it was very much he was like a hard hat. Like he's like do your work and stuff. But then he was like he has that side to him where he was just a child. I love it. Like he bought or he brought in his Nintendo 64 system, and at lunchtime me and the boys with our teacher we play Nintendo 64 Smash. It was great. It was great. But yeah, that's how I know this. I never went to college for this, but I know this. I know how many programming languages I know. Okay, I was well, I guess coding languages because HTML and CSS are programming languages, but I know HTML, which is if you go to a website and you see text on the screen, that's HTML images, right? CSS is the style of a website. How, oh, put a border here and move it to the left. This is where the ad's going to display. That's what CSS is. JavaScript. JavaScript is programming for multiple things, but it's kind of most commonly used for websites. So like, if you click on a button, like a hamburger menu is 3 lines, and you click on it, it's going to open up a new menu that says, you know, our facility, contact us, and all these other things. You can click on them and it'll bring you to certain pages. It's just like the programming behind it. And then I actually learned Python, which is another programming language. And I took that one was a college class that I took, and when I was still in high school I took that college class, and then in my own time I did a bunch with the Unreal Engine. I tried the Unity engine, I tried the Cybertech engine. I don't remember what it was called, but it's kind of like a first person shooter engine. It was kind of nice. Oh, the Cryo engine. I think I tried the Cryo engine. Unreal Engine's my favorite, by the way. But yeah, in my own time, I started learning a little bit of C Sharp and C++. I didn't get that far in it. I wasn't too into it. I was very into just Unreal Engine. You want to know how cool my program was? My program was so damn cool that we competed in the because I live in the United States, we have this thing called Skills USA, where if you think about it, it's kind of like America's Got Talent in a way, but it was for like just skills, right? So I competed in the local game development Skills USA, where we would build a game, and then we'd build a presentation about like what's the idea of our game, what's and we would present it to this like higher up person, and then we'd go to this hotel and we'd see like who it's kind of like a hockey game, right? You play sports, then you go to a hotel, and then you hang out there for a while, and then you go ahead and you battle the other team. It was kind of like that in a way, and it was really really cool. And at the end they like announced first place, second place, third place, and we did that twice. We did the same thing for like pen design, t-shirt design, like, but the game design was the biggest one because we actually had to make a game. I don't know if you've noticed, but making a game is hard. We would develop our own teams, and we did this twice, by the way, because first year program and the second year program I was in it. First year program I was teamed up with Nate. Second year program I was teamed up with Nate, Cameron, Sengay Thompson. I think that was it. Who's those? I don't know. But Cameron was my hardest worker, and he's the guy that I've been working on with this. So I'm privileged to work with that man. Anyways, what was I doing before I was talking about not going to college, but knowing more than I should without going to college? It's funny because Nate went to college. Nate is in college for this, for like game design and game development. So funny. It's so funny to hear what he has to say, because everything that he's learning, we've already learned. because we learned it in high school. So it's nice.